One thing you may have noticed with Studio Pro 8 is this button here, freeze to rendered audio, which makes sense for, I showed this in a video on like the Mustang amp. You dialed in your tone, it sounds amazing. You go ahead and render it so you can offload your processor from doing the amp modeling, right? It's the kind of the same thing we would do with like virtual instruments, but we can now do it with like audio. But did you know, I didn't know this until I just started clicking around. Check this out. So I can render like any track that has a plugin on it. I can technically render that so that offload the plugin. Offloading plugins isn't really a thing. I've got a powerful computer. I don't need that. But check out where the freeze shows up. Right here. What is this? As you know, I love me some folders, and then I attach those folders to a bus. So this is like double duty. It's my drum folder for all my drum tracks. It's also my drum bus. I can control the volume up and down. And obviously if I press F4, I can see all my plugins that I have on my overall drum mix. I love to do mixing from the bus level when it makes sense. This is super interesting because now I could render my drum mix and simplify the way the session looks. And if I've decided this is the drum mix, I'm good. I don't want to tweak it anymore. I want to like give myself a little bit of friction to keep tweaking it maybe. We can do this. So I just press the freeze button and it just does it. And check out what happens. It kind of collapses the folder, and now my drums, I can't even find my kick drum anymore. It has disappeared. Now I just have this stereo file, this stereo track that has no plugins on it because it rendered them. And so now I've just got this. Go over to the mix. Nothing. It's not even a folder anymore. It has disappeared forever. Now it's just a track called drums. But two clues as to what happened. This button is now blue and it's been pressed in, so we can always unfreeze it and go back to what we had before. And it also has a lock on there, which just a visual indicator that, like, I guess the tracks are locked away in a safe. I don't know where they went, but they're gone. Good question that I don't know is, are the tracks that I rendered, are they considered unused audio at this point? I don't know. You might want to double check before you go pull a remove unused audio. Okay, it's impossible to tell here because I've got way too many extra tracks. Let's just leave that alone. However, you might think, okay, what's the point? I would mostly be with you. What is the point of this other than perhaps the simplicity and the removing of the ability to go tweak the snare drum anymore because I need to say no to myself? More than that, though, what's interesting about this, check this out. So let's say I want to remix this song using like some sort of like, I don't know, this, right? Like a trap kit. Could I use the existing drums to trigger what's going on in Impact? Yeah, I can. Why? Because we have that new AI-powered note extractor thing. So if I take an audio and drag it onto a MIDI, I sound like a Neanderthal. Take audio, drag it onto an instrument. Okay, so when we drag audio onto an instrument track, it gives us the option to extract the notes. But you'll notice here there's a slight, just tiny little problem. Because this is locked, because they don't want me to move it around and like unalign it with what was there. When I drag it, it tells me locked, can't move event, which I thought, shoot, the whole video is blown. Actually, just hold down Option on the Mac or Alt on the PC, which is the copy command. It allows me to copy the audio. Then I let go, and a window pops up and says, what do you want me to do? We use extract notes when it's like a guitar. We want to extract the MIDI notes from it, which it will do for monophonic and polyphonic notes, which is cool. I did that in another video, but we want to extract the drums. So let's just see. I did not pre-plan this, but it takes a minute to go through, analyze the drums, and then pull out MIDI notes and map them into Impact. Let's see how it turns out. Okay, interesting. Check it out. There's a whole bunch of MIDI notes here. It's all mapped out just to the drum setting here. So here's all like the regular MIDI notes. Here it is in like the drum view. That's what it's called. That's what it's called. Let's just see how it turned out. Oh, that is too funny. So it did it mostly. It got a little crazy with the symbol, the crash symbol. But we could go in and make some changes there. But the fact that it was able to, just from my drum mix, extract the drum notes, which would mostly be helpful for kick and snare, right? I don't necessarily need all the other things. We could mute all these other sounds if we wanted and just focus on kick and snare. But that is super interesting. So if I had all the individual drums, I could do that with one at a time, right? I could make a kick track, which is interesting for doing like drum replacement, having a kick to supplement the existing kick. But if I want to just do the whole drum kit and then create a new vibe or something to even supplement what's there, I think that's pretty interesting. Let me do one other thing that I think could kind of be fun. Let's take this, let's unfreeze it. I want to show you another way that this can be really interesting. Let's take that same impact and let's just drop it in up here. Let's load something more simple. Chill hop. Okay, big old kind of mid-rangey kick sound. Let's do the same thing. Let's take this kick drum and let's drag it onto impact. So I'm just taking the kick drum track itself and dragging it on. It's going to say, what do you want to do? I want to extract the drums, of course. And it's just going to only extract the kick, right? Even if it gets some of the cymbals and the snare from the bleed, I can just disable all of those. Then I'm just listening to the kick drum, and then I could use this either to replace the kick if I botch the recording and just need to completely replace it, or if I want to just supplement what's there. So kick beef is the one that I want. So if I open up impact, I could probably just tell it to just get rid of all these other notes. Because I don't necessarily need the snare. It's guessing based on the bleed that I want snare and these other things, but I don't. I just want the kick. So now we should see. So we could, of course, come in, we could transpose this, make it a little bit lower. And we can go find your very perfect, most favoritist kick drum sample ever and drop it in here just to kind of beef up the existing one or replace it entirely. But we're able to do all of that without needing, granted, I know there are drum replacement plugins out there that do this as well, but in a pinch, if you know you have the kick drum sound that you want and you've got the actual kick track that you want to replace here, you can now just extract the notes and go to town without needing to involve anything else, which is handy to have. So hopefully you can see that there's a lot of cool creative options with some of these new features that I didn't even realize until I started poking around. It's pretty exciting. So thanks for watching. My name's Joe. I'll see you in the next one.